there, I'm Monette Satterfield. This is my studio, and I'm glad you're here with me. I am having a live session today, and it's not so dissimilar from what I normally do. I do film everything live and bring it to you unedited, and today I'm going to be painting and doing something unusual on this large piece of brown paper back here. And there's a story behind that paper, but it's just brown craft paper. It came off of a big old roll. So what I'm going to do is using black and white paint, black and white crayons, my usual palette knives, and some silicone brushes, just to experiment with this. This is all about just not looking for permission, not looking for technique. It's basically working outside the velvet rope, and we can see what we can create here. So what I'm going to do is just work on this. It's really big. It's a lot bigger than what I normally do. And I'm going to start with some crayons. And since this is brown paper, my crayons are black and white. Paint is black and white because I have black, white, and the mid-tone. This is the mid-tone. So I think I'm going to try to do a floral arrangement of some sort. Maybe this will turn out, maybe it won't, but you know what? Let's find out. So I will start by realizing that it's much larger than what I normally work with, and block in something resembling a very large flower. 1, 2, 3. That's good. 3s are nice. 5 is nice too, but well, let's make some buds. This is a little empty over here. They look almost like kids' version of buds, don't they? They're okay. I'll darken those up for you here in a sec. And since I'm only using black and white, I've got my white crayon, which okay. Now let's make those show. Black and white paint and a palette knife. So, just to get some good contrast going, I think I'm going to just roll this on here like that. I can see I already got a little too close to the top there, but honestly, it's brown paper, as in the kind of paper that you wrap things with. I have a giant roll of this paper. There's a story behind that roll. I thought I was ordering, I think, 75 feet or something like that. Or 75 yards. I got 750 yards of paper. That's a lot of brown paper. And that was probably 10, 12 years ago, and the roll is still huge. So, hi. I see we have a few people coming in. Nice to see you. I'm just doing some experimental painting here. If you have a question, let me know. I will try to keep up with the comments, but honestly, some of it is I just am painting to see what happens on this very large piece of brown paper. And if I miss a question, I will come back. Oh, thanks so much. I enjoy what I'm doing here. And like I said, this is all about not looking for, number one, perfection, because you can see this is clearly not a perfect thing going on here. That looks good. I've got some paper towels here too. And again, it's black and white. That's all I'm working with. So let's see what we can do. Keeping in mind that the brown of the mid-tone, this is the mid-tone of my painting. So what I'm going to do is put some white in here and let it be my highlights. Like that. That. Oh. Okay, there we go. Now that probably needs a little bit more than what I've got going there, but we'll have to take a look at it and see. Oh, I don't have a favorite. The truth is, the question is, of my drawings, what is my favorite? I don't really have one. Because when I'm done with one, I'm done. I can get rid of it. Sometimes I sell them, sometimes I give them away, sometimes I burn them. I don't have a favorite. I am much more interested in working with what I'm doing right now, in the moment, and seeing what I come up with. So, you see I put some dark in here to get a little more. Okay, I want that, like that, that. I really like the shape of this leaf over here. Yeah, whatever I've done there. And this is something when you really like something, you probably find yourself dancing around and trying not to mess it up. Well, you know, that is the road of timidity there. So don't be too timid about your own work. If you did it once, you can do it again. Okay. So I've got some good contrast there, and I can actually see it a little better in the video. I've actually used all my black paint. That's interesting. I've used much more black than white. So, and contrast is probably one of the better elements that you're ever going to find in your drawings or your paintings or anything really, is contrast. And that's light to dark, soft to hard, blurry to sharp. Any of those direct contrasting opposites. That contrast is always going to make your work look better, read better, and be more exciting. There's just more excitement in contrast. So that is black and white. Now that needs something, doesn't it? Looks like it needs a little more white. More white. But where? Where? I see. So the light is sort of coming from this way. I haven't really set a light source because, well, it's just an experiment. Again, it's not about looking for perfection or even the permission to try. You don't need permission to make art. You know how to make art. You've known how to make art since you were quite young. You just have to remember how to do it. And that's what some of this is about. It's just remembering how to do it. Okay, now I started with these crayons. And these are water-soluble crayons. They are one of my favorite crayons. And so what I'm going to do is just come back. This paint is still wet, so this is really, I'm really asking for trouble now. But some motion in here, a little bit of energy. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm wearing that down pretty well. I'm actually getting some paint on it. It's okay. Okay, that's looking a lot better now. I'm liking that. Let's bring it a little closer so you can see. Can you see the lines a little better? Yeah, you can see that a little better. I still really want to use, here we go. I'm going to do something here in a minute with this, these crayons, and you'll see that it's going to really make them come out nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one more material that I did not start with, and it's gel medium. Because these crayons that I've been marking so exuberantly with are water soluble. I'm going to take this gel medium. Any brand will do. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be expensive. And this big old palette knife. And this is going to blur. It's totally going to blur. It's going to smear. And that is going to make it look even better. Okay. You know, I'm going to smear it all over this paper. And I may regret having done that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because honestly, I don't know what's going to happen. All right, that's getting a little out of hand. There. It does smear quite a bit. It's one of my favorite things is the smear, because I really don't like things that look perfect and tidy and just so. These are quite not perfect. Oh yeah, there we go. You know, I said I was going to do black and white, but I may go get some color and put in this just because it's starting to just scream for some color, doesn't it? All right. You know what? I'm starting to make a mess, and I can tell because I'm just starting to poke at it without really thinking about what I'm doing. That's always a good time to stop what you're doing, do something else. What I'm going to do is, I really think that wants a little color. I just really want to put some color in that. And I have just the color. This is one of my favorite colors. It's light olive green. So squeeze a little bit of that out. And I'm going to use a slightly smaller palette knife this time because I'm just trying to put it in some detail. Now, there we go. Okay, and I'm just adding it for just the flowers. And shoot, I know these look like leaves, but I think they're buds. I was thinking of them as buds, but they ended up looking more like leaves. Okay, how's that do? Okay, so I am actually going to say that that is a pretty good sketch. It's a sketch. It's a painting sketch. And it is an experimental sketch. I did not, I'm coming back, I promise. This is what happens when I film things live. Sometimes things just happen. And sometimes things are fine, but that's another thing. Art, it is what it is. And I actually think it turned out okay. Is it a great work of art? No. But was it fun? Yes. And did I learn some things about my paper, about value, and about my paints? Absolutely. So thanks so much for being here with me. I want to remind you that the best place to find me is my newsletter. I am on no social medias, and I'm glad you're here in the studio with me. And thanks so much for all your compliments. I greatly appreciate it.